Hello everyone, and without further ado, I now give you 2012 Part 2. How is it possible that we will be able to teleport and defy gravity? Well, my dear friends, when matter speeds up, the physical body being something of frozen light matter, crystal, time slows down. This is the theory of relativity by Mr. Einstein. Time can beat at different rates throughout the universe depending on how fast you move or vibrate. My guides tell me that the speed of light is not as fast as the speed of thought, and even faster than that is the speed of heart intent. Okay, so let's try an easier way to understand this. In order to grasp this, I will have to share with you about dimensions. How I learned about dimensions came to me one lazy day while I was staring at a fan. When the fan is turned off, you can clearly see the blades. This is like the third dimension, where most of humanity and physical reality resides in. Also represents our chakras, not in much activity. If you turn the fan on to the second level, you can still see the blades, but they seem rather transparent. That is like the fourth dimension, the realm of the astral and aura, and the dimensions even reptiles work in. Finally, if you turn the fan on to the highest level, you cannot see the blades, but that does not mean they're not there. That is similar to the fifth dimension, and that is where we are heading. In order to get there, though, we will be making a journey from third to fourth to fifth dimension. We will be able to see and experience things that have a much higher frequency, like we could before when we were babies. This is kind of like the fourth property of matter, beyond solid, liquid, and gas, is plasma. Plasma consists of freely moving charged particles, i.e. electrons and ions formed at high temperatures. When electrons are stripped from neutral atoms, plasma are common in nature. Electrons are considered to be the negative charge and the proton positive charge. For instance, stars are predominantly plasma. Plasma is considered to be a distant state of matter because of its unique properties. Ionized refers to the presence of one or more free electrons, which are not bound to an atom or molecule. The free electric charge makes the plasma electrically conductive, so that it responds strongly to the electromagnetic fields. This means that plasma does not play by our rules or ideas of logic, the norm, and we will be like plasma. Some of us are already like this. I know I am. In order to better understand how this will work, we all need to see how light works. Have you ever paid attention to the words that refer to someone very intelligent, brilliant? Is it to be inspired by the holy halo? The golden light, meaning the person is in touch with their enlightened self? For example, if you look up the word brilliant in a thesaurus, you will see that most of the words have to do with, the dictionary, you will have to see that most of the words have to do with light. Brilliant, shining, sparkling, lively, vivid, intelligence, and radiance, also in reference to shining stones and diamonds, or to be merry. Oh no, wait, it was thesaurus. All of these are qualities of enlightenment. My point here is that all brilliant people and ideas come from divine inspiration. So if you open your mind to see the bigger picture, then you actually will be open to see more of the picture. You will be able to observe the world and ourselves from a different point of view, in a broader, unfettered context. Thus, it's apparent that only a small percentage of our total visual field is clearly focused, attending only to this region, resulting in what is commonly called tunnel vision, figuratively and literally, as we have come to believe. People who are thought to be brilliant have a light around them or exude radiance. Light definitely has to do with intelligence, free from narrow view of the world. They are conscious of the light within. Light makes vision possible for our eyes, but also inspires inner vision. So what are we seeing What is inside enlightened or brilliant people? Sorry. So what are we seeing? What is inside enlightened or brilliant people? They have an enormous amount of light coming out of their eyes and surrounding them with this impressive glow. They have come to this way by dealing with their shadow self. Shadow or fog in our brain or in the sky makes it hard for us to see. That is how it is possible for us to see. But don't see. There. You following me? Yeah. It also has to do with focus and an open mind. If we focus on one thing, then that is all we see, and we are blind or oblivious to everything else. A closed mind is someone who is blind. It is a terrible thing to see and have no vision, to quote Helen Keller. Light carries information from the world to our eyes and brain. Or is it that the light carries information to our brain, which is reflected out through our eyes and makes how we see the world? Peripheral vision, or wide-angle vision, not only improves our physical function, it also provides some compelling metaphors for successful living as highly visual creatures. The literal and metaphorical are inextricably linked. When we talk about one, we invariably talk about the other. To a great extent, the way we see is the way we live. Of all the sensory receptors in the body, 70% are in the eyes. 250,000 photoreceptors line the neural retina, and from there a broadband connection of sorts carries information directly to the brain. This optic tract contains over 1 million nerve fibers, so millions of nerve fibers working together as one make the one vision. Even our body is run by these universal rules. Even a TV, a bunch of tiny little dots make the big picture. The more we master taking light in, then the lighter our heart becomes. Perhaps this is why the Mayans and Egyptians would weigh the heart to see if it was lighter than a feather. Then you would be that of an angel, taking yourself lightly, and thus having an ability to walk on air. Even in love, when you're in love, it says you're walking on air. Gravity holds us, and as heavy as the collective weight of misplaced energy that stays on the earth and in us till it is dealt with. This also slows down the chakra activity and keeps us rather dense in energy and in mind. The ascension we hear so much about, the ascension we hear so much about will be that of consciousness. I'm not sure if you guys have seen my pre-Project Camelot videos on YouTube. They are extremely raw. They were the first videos I have ever done, and I am sure I felt every emotion under the sun, which is most evident in my face, as it seems when I speak, every facial feature likes to participate. For me, this is most comical, and I can hardly handle watching them, although they seem to be very popular. Some friends say that they see me shapeshift a few times. Interesting. Okay, back to the point. Yes. My Message to Humanity YouTube videos, I have a demo in there from a friend I knew in person, Ian Lumgold. May he rest in peace. I helped inspire a part where he shows consciousness as a small circle frozen inside an ice cube, and the fire underneath being the Illuminati or anything that causes discord in our life. This turns a solid into a liquid, which allows consciousness to be more fluid and explore the other realms of, say, subconscious or unconscious parts of us. That was not so easy to access before. Just when we are starting to get familiar with these hidden aspects of self, flames continue to do their thing, and from liquid, we find our consciousness in a gas state and rising up to the higher realms. Now, does that not sound and look a lot like Ascension to you? My guides always got concerned with many New Agers talking about Ascension in that we are physical forms, as it is like a ball and chain, and what am I saying? What is it? Okay. My guides always got concerned with many New Agers talking about Ascension in that how we live, in like being in the physical form is like a ball and chain and shackles to our spirit, as if being in flesh is hell. A part of our spirit believes this, hence the war on flesh and constant disemboweling of our poor body. I have spoken to people who have ascended before their time and were sent back and were trying to get to a state of now we're trying to get to a state of descension. What am I getting at here? One is not better than the other.